Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wrestle News Mania, your number one source for all things WWE. Before we dive into tonight's episode, make sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss out on any updates. Now, let's jump into the detailed recap of Raw. Cody Rhodes and Gunther promo. Kicking off Raw, we saw an intense confrontation between Cody Rhodes and Gunther. The two champions exchanged words, with Gunther showing respect but still undercutting Cody's accomplishments. Cody fired back, referencing his victory over Brock Lesnar and reminding Gunther that he hasn't yet faced someone like him. This promo was all about building their highly anticipated match at Crown Jewel. The tension between these two continued to rise, setting the stage for what should be a brutal showdown. Kofi Kingston vs. Bron Breakker. Kofi Kingston faced off against Bron Breakker in a hard-hitting match, continuing the feud that started last week. Breakker dominated early on, but Kofi fought back with his quickness. However, Breakker's raw power was too much, and he sealed the victory with a devastating spear. After the match, Xavier Woods came down to help Kofi, but Jey Uso stormed the ring, clearing out Breakker. The drama continued as Jey stood tall, signaling that their rivalry is far from over. Alpha Academy vs. the War Raiders. In a surprise return, the War Raiders obliterated Alpha Academy in a tag team match. Otis and Akira Tozawa had no chance against the power and ferocity of Eric and Ivar. The War Raiders dominated from the start and finished things with their signature powerbomb combo, reminding everyone why they are a force in the tag division. Could this be the start of a title run for the War Raiders? R-Truth vs. The Miz. This match was less about wrestling and more about advancing The Miz's ongoing feud with Cross and his faction, Final Testament. R-Truth managed to steal a win after Cross's crew distracted The Miz. After the match, Cross unleashed an attack on Truth, further establishing his faction's dominance and his looming presence over The Miz. Backstage segment, Jimmy and Jey Uso. In a heated backstage segment, Jey Uso found his brother Jimmy waiting for him in the locker room. Tensions were high as Jey refused to hear Jimmy out, telling him to get out of his face. This confrontation teased a potential reunion or further escalation of their feud, but either way, this was an emotional segment that left fans wanting more. Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins segment. Backstage, Adam Pearce brokered a deal with Bronson Reed. If he could hold off attacking Seth Rollins, Pearce would get him a match with the World Heavyweight Champion. Reed agreed, and this set the stage for a future clash between the two. Let's jump into the up, the down, and the ugly of tonight's show. Cody Rhodes and Gunther promo. The back and forth between Cody and Gunther was fantastic. Both men sold the importance of their upcoming match, and Cody's intensity added weight to the stakes. Gunther's mind games were on full display as he taunted Cody while still respecting him. This promo elevated their rivalry heading into Crown Jewel. Kofi Kingston vs. Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker's dominance in this match was impressive. His spear to Kofi Kingston was brutal, and the post-match chaos with Xavier Woods and Jey Uso added more layers to the ongoing rivalry. Breakker continues to build his reputation as a top heel in WWE. Jimmy and Jey Uso's confrontation. While the interaction between the Usos had potential, the lack of actual development in their storyline felt like a missed opportunity. The emotional weight was there, but it didn't move their feud forward in a meaningful way, leaving fans waiting for something more impactful. The down, R-Truth vs. The Miz. While the storyline progression with Karrion Kross was solid, the match itself was rushed and lacked impact. The segment felt like filler, and the lack of wrestling action left a lot to be desired. Alpha Academy's booking. The squash loss to the War Raiders was disappointing for Alpha Academy. Otis and Tozawa have been underutilized recently, and this match did nothing to help their status. A bit more back and forth would have added intrigue to their ongoing storylines. The ugly. Thankfully, there wasn't much that was outright bad. Raw was a decent and had major storyline developing. Well guys, that wraps up this week's Raw recap and the up, the down, and the ugly. What did you think of Cody and Gunther's promo? Are you excited for the new Crown Jewel Championship? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wrestle News Mania for all your WWE updates. See you next time.